more hits on my old town slugger. Why after why we ain't never got it.
It's Madden NFL 22, where division rivals will clash in the AFC West. It's the Broncos and the Chiefs coming up next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, our quarterbacks taking center stage here for each of their respective offenses. Teddy Bridgewater of the Broncos, Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possession. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know, but you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out and take the ball away from the other team and give you a few extras.
About ready to get us started. And we are underway from Kansas City. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And while I don't equate starting record as a quarterback to pitchers in baseball, it still gives us a great baseline. And Patrick Mahomes, 38-8 as a starting quarterback for Kansas City in the regular season. Throw in 6-2 in the playoffs, including a Super Bowl 54 victory. You've got one of the best ones in the game. And if you're a Kansas City fan, how excited are you? He signed through 2031. He will be your quarterback for a long time.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Obviously, slowing down Mahomes, going to be a tall order. He gets the completion there, but what do defenses need to try to do against him?
Well, as we saw in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay, their number one goal was to get him to 3rd down and long situations. Not 3rd and manageable, meaning 3rd and 4 or less, but 3rd and 7 or more. There were plenty of those situations because now you can unleash your pass rushers. And if you can get that going, get him pressured in the pocket, get him on the move, use those 7 behind him to cover, that's how you can play Patrick Mahomes the best, I believe.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That throw's not going to get him a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Now Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson. Demarcus Robinson there to make the grab. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, the Denver offense ready to take over for the first time. Get a look at their 8th-year quarterback. His first season as a Bronco, though, Teddy Bridgewater.
I've always loved Teddy Bridgewater. A lot of people have underrated him throughout his career. Remember, this is a guy who's battled back from a horrendous knee injury to find his way back as a starter in this league. More than capable right arm, tremendous leader. This guy knows how to make plays in the clutch.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On fourth down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game. Had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. That it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 16. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Throwing on second and 3. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Man open is Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And that is a situation where in the defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return is Spencer. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Here we go. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Melvin Ingram. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Bridgewater. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Mahomes now on 1st down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Well, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now it's Mahomes again. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season in Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown! Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on a touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return is Spencer. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result. An incomplete pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Bridgewater to throw it. Open man is Gordon, complete.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Bridgewater. That's caught over the middle by Fant. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Throwing, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete here.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Bridgewater now. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Bridgewater completes it to Fant on the right side.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Bridgewater. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Here's Bridgewater. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, it's Gordon, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, an 8-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos get a bit closer.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players' spotlight. And it's safe to say he has been getting his money's worth in this one.
I would agree with that totally. Being able to go back and launch it and air it out. And let's face it, it's not just him stepping back and flinging it, though. You've got to have someone who can go get it. And that's important for any offense. Someone who can stretch the field, or as they like to say, take the top off of a zone defense. Open things up, because then you can come back and throw underneath and gain some pretty good chunks of yardage as well.
He's ripped the top off of whatever defense they've been playing. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 22, Mahomes.
Now throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second and 14.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 49, guys.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. The set to return it is Deontay Spencer. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. The Broncos in their hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. There's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Hardman on the return. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing is Bridgewater. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Let's go. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Now Bridgewater. To Gordon, out left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Denver. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. On the return is Spencer. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. That's caught left side by Judy. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Bridgewater on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Bridgewater. This is the tight end Fant. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Gordon. And
you know that old expression, it's not my night. In his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Bridgewater to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Bridgewater. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. When you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it, give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair. Because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 52 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Bridgewater's throw taken in by Sutton. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And running with power here. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, Those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. KC's offense ready to take over. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now a toss left. Helaire. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 61.
We're seeing the effect that runs like that. Lower that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like take over in this game.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on a touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Well, here's what having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Third and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now here comes Kansas City. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 69 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Mahomes. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go, defense.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Draymond Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. On the return is Spencer. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Denver's offense ready to go again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 30 on second down, Bridgewater. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Throwing, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
With the dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. Throw to the right here to Gordon. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From midfield, here's Mahomes.
Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.